Hey guys, I'm Shantanu Udasi back again with another video for Analytics India magazine capturing everything that has been happening in the world of artificial intelligence. Let's just not waste any more time and jump right into our stories which I have so tirelessly collected for you guys. Our first story is CBSE partners with Intel to launch an AI learning platform. This is huge. This is massive by the Education Board of India, and they have said that they want to prepare children for the technology first and artificial intelligence first approach by teaming up with Intel so that children can learn from Intel experts about artificial intelligence. So according to the official statement, as I said, the AISC has been set up to assist in creating a digital first mindset, support an AI ready generation. The platform aims to bring together students from across the country, across both CBSE and non-CBSE schools to learn from Intel AI certified experts and apply the skills they have learned to provide solutions to projects that will positively impact the society. So this article explains in detail how to get access to AISC for children who are interested in this. So please go check this article out, get the step-by-step procedure and do check this platform out and make your children understand what artificial intelligence is and what is coming into the future, because their jobs are definitely going to be affected by artificial intelligence. Let's now move to our next story. Our next story is a great interview in which there are a lot of highlights about artificial intelligence that are still misinterpreted by people at large. So this is an interview by Cade Metz, who has a new book about artificial intelligence, and he is a technological correspondent with the New York Times. So while answering the question what is artificial intelligence, he has simplified it a lot. It is a collection of concepts that allow the computers to vaguely work like a human brain. Simply, he said that the concepts are a neural network, which is a mathematical system that can analyze data and pinpoint patterns. He has also highlighted that the first artificial neural system was created in 1950, but it did not perform the tasks that were required by the people till the late or early 2010s. And when he was asked that what changed during those periods, he said that neural networks had two significant limitations through those decades. Was that there was not enough data and there was not enough computer processing power. The internet gave us reams of data, and eventually scientists had enough computing power to crunch through all of it, and hence we can get the artificial neural networks that we have right now. He has also given examples about how neural networks have changed our life in the past 10 years. He gives examples like Alexa, driverless cars, chatbots, computer systems that can write poetry. Although that might be debatable how good the poetry is, but still they can write a poetry, surveillance systems and robot that can pick up products in warehouses. All rely on neural networks. Yes, all these innovations rely on neural network analyzing data points and making decisions. So the misconception about artificial intelligence that it is a magical thing and it can do everything that a human brain can, the author pinpoints it to the naming of artificial intelligence as being artificial intelligence. When we hear the term, we imagine a computer that can do anything people can do. That wasn't the case in 1950s, and that is not true right now also. So a brilliant example he has given is that it is not possible for a neural network to duplicate human reasoning and our ability to deal with uncertainty. A self-driving car can recognize what's around it in some ways better than people can, but it doesn't work well enough to drive everywhere and anywhere at any time or do what we do. It cannot react to something surprising on the road. He has also listed down some downsides of artificial intelligence that we have already covered in our lot of past videos, but to summarize, it is autonomous weapons, have the capability to be very dangerous. Machines can also create misinformation at a massive scale. It can create propaganda at a massive scale. And the scariest thing that companies have promoted, the algorithms as utopia, but the algorithms are based on data points collected from human behavior. So we have artificial intelligence that is basically replicating human behavior. and accentuating the biases and the unfair nature of humans is accentuated even further. Moving on to our next story, we have again artificial intelligence doing some great things for humanity. We have artificial intelligence can help curb traffic accidents in cities. So this article has case in point of Madrid in Spain that it had 12,000 accidents in 2020 leading to 31 fatalities, and in Barcelona there were more than 5,700 collisions causing 14 deaths. Pedestrians and vehicle safety is a priority. That's why they are conducting a massive research that will enter data about accidents and where it occurred into a neural network in hopes to finding out a pattern about the layout of the city or streets that are leading for more collisions and accidents. So these researchers feels that there is a connection about the urban planning and accidents, and they have already found out certain patterns in the scene layout that may affect the accident rate. So this artificial intelligence is analyzing photos and videos in order to perform a specific task. For example, recognizing the objects that appear where they are, or identifying the general context of the image, or even more complex tasks such as recognizing the emotion that an image or video evokes in a person. They are also looking at some other hazardous urban patterns like the behavior of a driver or the stress or anxiety that they are going through. But right now they are facing a big hurdle of data availability because this analysis requires a rich collection of street view images and open geolocalized data on accident rate, for which details are not currently easy to obtain. Yes, so that is that, and now we move on to our next story. Research has found out that 1.4 million jobs in UK could be automated by the end of 2021. So this article has funnily put a thumbnail of C3PO, the oldest and most recognizable android that there was. So according to a survey, 1.4 million jobs in UK could be replaced by automation this year alone. But it is not all doom and gloom. We also have a quote here that employees and employers alike need to change their perspective. The future of work is already here, and the introduction of technology does not affect work in a uniform way. So it is apparent that we need to figure out a midway and reskill labor market so that there are no such unemployments and huge layoffs, and we have to create harmony between humans and machines. The jobs in the wholesale retail sector and the financial sector are most at risk in the UK. And interestingly, these sectors represent 9% of the workforce, around 5 million people, and out of those 900,000 full-time roles in these sectors could be completely automated. But on the flip side, it is also estimated that around 400,000 jobs could be created by the introduction of new technology. So it is a concern in the short term, but in the long term, with the proper skilling of employees and distribution of market, we can expect that the job market to be fairly the same. Everyone is going to have an ample opportunity in the job market. So moving on to our last story of the day, we have a great piece about how to use artificial intelligence to fight propaganda. This article highlights some situations that artificial intelligence has to face in the future to fight propaganda and how far are we in that process. So we already know that age of AI has created propaganda very eminent through the use of fake bots, deepfake videos, user profiling or microgating to spread disinformation. However, the same AI can be used to counteract this propaganda. The first problem is that is artificial intelligence ready to create such neural networks that can counteract misinformation? Currently, it is not looking likely that we have a neural network that can identify misinformation and flag it before it spreads across the globe. The first problem that we are facing is there is no relevant data or very less relevant data to train this artificial intelligence, and on top of that it is very difficult to obtain. The second thing that is highlighted are the platforms willing to let third parties analyze the data for disinformation and flagging down the posts that are spreading disinformation. An example here is WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption blocks the message from being analyzed for disinformation and obstructs moderators from finding out the source of this information. A huge problem for this also is accountability. People can abuse their authority to curb freedom of speech under the guise of tackling disinformation, and we are experiencing that a lot in our country right now. So in conclusion, we will have to find out the technical limitations and how to overcome them. After that, we have to create a robust framework around misinformation so that the aforementioned limitations can be eliminated from the process entirely. So that's about it. Those were all the stories for today. I am Shantanu Udasi signing off from you. I highly recommend you to read these stories in their entirety. Links for them will be in the description down below. And while you are at it, please click on that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you never miss any other update from Analytics India magazine.